Hi there, my name is Anna DeLopo. I'm a licensed acupuncturist and I've been in practice since 1999. This video is specifically for acupuncturists who want to maximize their practice to capacity. For those of you who don't understand what this means that basically almost every time you're in your office, your tables, your recliners, they're always full. So if you come to my practice at Elements in Harmony, Acupuncture and Chinese Herbs in Laguna Hills, just 5 minutes off the 5 freeway off Lake Forest, if you visit me, most of the time, if not all of the time, my tables are full. So I would say during the day, I'm probably 90 to 100% maximized to capacity. And definitely in the evenings, my practice is probably 100% maximized to capacity. This class was actually brought up to me to teach casually by the amazing Dr. Eileen Hahn, who is the living legacy of Dr. Richard Tan, the late Grandmaster, Dr. Richard Tefu Tan. He is our master that we follow. And Dr. Eileen Hahn was definitely his closed-door apprentice. And I'm grateful to have studied from Dr. Tan since 2006. I became licensed in 1999. Dr. Tan has taught me a tremendous amount of information on how to be in the habit of mastering the balance method. And Dr. Eileen Hahn had me teach her classes casually, 2016, 17, and 18, just basically how I do things in my practice. And in 2018, she asked me if I would join her faculty, the Academy of Acupuncture, and it is absolutely my honor and privilege to be the instructor for these live events. And I've kind of taken it to the next level to kind of present things on how it should be taught correctly, because the first class that I officially taught was in San Francisco on April 5 this year, 2019, and it was just 4 hours. I told the class that I have 4 days of nonstop material to share, but the California Acupuncture Board feels that this class, since it's not an acupuncture class, is worthy of 4 CEUs, when essentially this is the most important class that you can take, because when you graduate, and I graduated in 1998, I became licensed in 1999, and in our school, unless they do things differently, they don't really teach you how to get patients in the door, learn how to retain them until they significantly improve or graduate, and help you really understand how to get those people to send you referrals. If you go to my website, elementsinharmony.net, you'll see that there's also a little link there, moveyourchi.com. Basically, I have over 228 Yelps, and I have a lot more testimonials because not everyone uses Yelp. I teach my students how to basically do what I do. And so if you go to successfulacupuncturist.com, you'll see it's a very simple page. I just made it 2 days ago, and I'm going to build from there. You'll see a link to the how video. You'll see a link to my general business acumen of successful acupuncturists chat WhatsApp and WhatsApp group. And then you'll see a link for my book, The Business Acumen of Successful Acupuncturists. I created this book, and we're in the process of, I printed it really fast for the people in San Francisco, and I'm working to revise it, and we're going to publish it. And basically, this is not a book to just sit and read. This is a journey. This is a book to really help you know the score. This is a book that helps you. I worked in a similar book, not for acupuncturists, but for anyone in any kind of industry, and working in the book actually increased my revenue. So when you're in practice, you're basically, and you work for yourself, you're basically in business. And something that we don't learn as acupuncturists, something we don't learn as business owners, is how to run a business. And I'm honored that Dr. Eileen Hahn has asked me to teach this class. So I teach my students how to know the score. On my actual website, on elementsinharmony.net, I am featuring my elite black belts. So what is the elite black belt training program? Basically, I have, as of today, 119 students on Business Acumen of Successful Acupuncturists WhatsApp forum. I have shared to date, I want to say 79 free lessons that basically anyone in any business industry can really learn from. These are just little, some of them are videos that are just easily accessible on YouTube. Some of them are information that I find from books that I learn, concepts that from different books that I learn, and things that I'm just thinking all the time, because you get what you think about most of the time. So these are lessons that people, if you were to apply it, just these free lessons that I've shared can increase your awareness in what you're doing in practice, both as an acupuncturist and as a business owner. And number two, so there's my general business acumen training. Now I offer to every person who buys my book, The Business Acumen of Successful Acupuncturists, a one-time discount. My normal rate for consultation is $500 for 1 hour. And if you buy my book, you get a one-time discount. So I become even more accessible, because some people don't want to spend $500. I can tell you right now, if you don't buy the book and you just hire me, you have to be in this method of thinking. It's $500 for the time we're going to talk. That $500 that you will learn from me, that we quantify everything. I send you information, questions to answer, and then I break down those questions, and we basically set clear goals on what it is you want to achieve from our work together over the phone. You can be anywhere around the world. And when we have that consultation, I want to make sure that you hit your goals, that we set you up for success. Because your success is my success. And if you can achieve your goals within 1 month to 3 months, you'll see that going into business, it's probably one of the best things that you can possibly do for yourself, but you gain more confidence. The focus is to maximize your practice to capacity, to help more people, and in the process doing something that you absolutely love, so that when you're seeing so many more patients, you're increasing your revenue. How many of you have borrowed money for your Chinese medical program? It wasn't free. As far as I know, all of you have paid, unless somehow you got your education for free. So you have to get paid doing something that you love. How much time and effort and money do you spend for your Chinese medicine program? So if you feel that $500 is too much to pay for someone who's been in practice since 1999, you really need to reevaluate where it is your priorities are. That $500 that you spend with me, so that we can help you define clear, concise goals so that you can achieve them in a relatively short period of time, that $500 should turn into $5,000 additional dollars this year. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that $500, if not, should turn into $50,000 additionally within 1 to 5 years. If not, and then we'll go from there. Well, basically, I say this to my students, that $500 the return on investment should turn into $5,000 additional dollars this year if you execute according to how I execute the recommended action steps. And then it should turn into $50,000 over 1 to 5 years if you take action, if you execute according to my recommended action steps. If not, $500,000 within 1 to 10 years if you please execute according to how I recommend you execute my recommended action steps. So if you start thinking of it that way, so this book, it's 105 pages. It's a journey. It's a journey when you're writing in the book every day. You should, instead of saying, oh God, that book is $75, you have to look at it like, what can I get for $75 from a workbook that a person who's been in practice since 1999 has shared? that $75 should translate into $7,500 additionally this year. Do you see where I'm going? If not 75,000 in the next 1 to 5 years, if not 750,000 within the next maybe 2 to 3 up to 10 years or whatever, depending on how much you want to maximize your practice. How hungry are you? How much do you want to work? How many people do you want to see? How many people are you willing to graduate or at least significantly improve their health issues? You're taking insurance or they're out of pocket, whatever your practice is, I'm going to meet you where you're at and help you clearly define your goals so that you can achieve your goals. Now, so far, this is 10 minutes. Who in your Chinese medical school has talked to you like this? And if that person has, then you wouldn't be watching this video because you'd be executing on exactly what they recommend. I made this video because I'm promoting myself online. I'm promoting this business because Dr. Eileen Han taught me to teach this class that's a part of the Academy of Acupuncture. The class I initially called Marketing for Acupuncturists. Dr. Eileen Han was the one who created the name, which is called the Business Acumen of Successful Acupuncturists. That's her name for this class, and I thought it was very apropos because that's basically what we're teaching. If you watch her in practice, she's extremely busy. I'm very busy. I've got 3 kids, 15, 8, and 1, and when I'm there, I am max to capacity. And when my kids are not there, I'm still max to capacity because I'm hungry enough to want to help people. Outside of my Chinese medicine training, I have trained with some of the best salespeople on the planet, and I'll explain that. I'll explain that personally. I'm not going to talk about that on this video, but there is a lot of reprogramming that we need. Most of us, I'm not going to talk about all of you, but most of us, especially for healers, we're not very good at trying to explain, some people, so far I've worked with 24 black belts. I call them my elites. 24 people out of 119 people have taken the jump to hire me because they felt that, you know what, Anna knows something. And so far to date, since April 5, I have done 18 consultations. 18. And I can tell you, if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Facebook, I'm constantly edifying my students and sharing with them exactly how they are improving. Just yesterday, one of my students tagged me and she texted me. She said she's a mother and she practices in Santa Barbara. She's an amazing acupuncturist and she's one of Dr. Eileen Han's students. She said that since our consultation, which was a month ago, it was May 12th, she actually has jumped to meeting her goal. Her goal was to consistently treat 60 patients a week. And she took a screenshot from her computer showing that week she had treated 76 people. Her goal was to treat 60 patients a week, and she clearly states that since our consultation 1 month ago, and today is June 14, so 1 month ago, in 2 days, she had a consultation with me. Her goal was to see 60 patients a week, every week, and she texted me and she said, I have hit my goal and I'm exceeding my goal. And I'll pull up on my Instagram really fast. My Instagram, one of my students, who is one of my top performing students, I'll just read this one because there are a lot. I created successfulacupuncturist.com because I'm going to promote my students more on that page. I've so far featured them on elementsandharmony.net. If you go to the right, you'll see phone consultations. And then if you go down, you'll see elites. And if you go down, so far 10 people are showing. And I'll mention those 10 people. So on my Instagram and also on my Facebook, I posted this. She shared this with the Business Acumen group. Since my consultation with Anna on April 19, 2019, I've had my 2 highest earning days in the clinic back-to-back. I've had consistently busier weeks with more patients, but more importantly, with more energy and drive. I find I have more focus on what needs to get done. and I see results. Comparing May 2018 and May 2019, I've had 125% increase in income. I'm positive that June will be even better considering I only had 5 clinic days after our consultation. I highly recommend her to all Balance Method acupuncturists. She is a living legacy. She is living the legacy of Dr. Tan. You don't have to be a Dr. Tan Balance Method acupuncturist to hire me. Do I highly recommend it? Absolutely, absolutely. But if it's not your deal, don't worry. I meet you where you're at, and we'll do whatever you need to do. I've been in practice since 1999. I've been a devout student of the Balance Method with Dr. Richard Tan since 2006. So, how I feel is I'm loyal. I'm loyal to Dr. Eileen Hahn. I'm loyal to Dr. Tan. And because I see what works for me. So if whatever's working for you is working, then keep doing it. So I'm going to break down this testimonial. I talked with this is a different one than the one I talked about in Santa Barbara. This one, she practices in San Diego. She said, April 19. It is right now June 14. So it hasn't even been a month yet. I've had my 2 highest earning days in the clinic back to back. This woman has been in practice for quite some time. I'm going to pull up exactly when just so we can be very, very specific. May 19. She started practice in 2014. So when we talked less than a month ago, she said since then she's had her 2 highest earning days in the clinic back to back. That right there, she could have stopped, but she went on. I've had consistently is the key word. Busier weeks. She didn't say days, she said weeks. With more patients, my students are knowing the score. They're learning the score because this little book, 105 pages that I charge for $75, goes into clear, concise questions. Look, you guys, I could have written a bigger book. In fact, I have volumes 2 and 3 already written. I have 200 more pages. And on top of that, this book I am modifying right now. It's going to be more than 105 pages because there's some, the second edition is going to have more information. This book is teaching my training on the business acumen, but especially my elite training is teaching my students exactly how to know the score. If you get my video, the how, I go into how to build a practice and 10 questions. So if you go to successfulacupuncturist.com and you go see at the upper right hand corner, you'll see the how. It'll link you where to get the video. You cannot currently buy the video online because I want to communicate with you. I don't want you just buying it online. I want you communicating with me, and then you can pay me directly via online paying methods. The book you can just buy directly online. You just go to successfulacupuncturist.com, and on the upper right hand corner you'll see Facebook icon and 2 links. One link is going to send you to the WhatsApp forum, and one link is going to send you to the actual buy the book forum, or buy the book page. The actual URL is elementsinharmony.net/successfulacupuncturist, or just go to successfulacupuncturist.com. So let's break this down a little more. I've had consistently busier weeks with more patients. What does more patients mean? Number 1, you're helping more people. Number 2, you're doing what you love, because that's why you went to Chinese medical school. And number 3, you're earning more income. Yesterday, someone had posted, one of my elites actually asked, does more patients mean more money? And then I asked her, I basically said, if you're in corporate America, which my husband is, he's an IT professional, and he's been an IT professional since 1998. If you're in corporate America, would you be okay to work overtime with no pay? And if the answer is, I'm okay with working for no pay, then that's okay. If you want to see more patients and not make more money, that's okay. However, if you would like to take some vacations or more vacations, if you would like to pay down your student loans faster, if you want to pay down your car faster, if you want to buy a new car, and this sounds material, but let's make this something straight. From 1999 until 2006, I did not make a profit. From 1999 until 2006, when I met Dr. Tan, March 6, 2006, in a free class that he taught. It was a free class because I couldn't afford, at that time, $185 a day. He taught 4 days in San Diego. First of all, he taught around the world, but the 4 days he taught in San Diego, Thursday was free, and I was not capable of paying $185 for that one class. That classroom was filled with over 100 something people in this ballroom at there were a lot of people in this ballroom at downtown Doubletree in San Diego. And I thought to myself, this is different. I didn't know what the balance method was. From 99, June 22, until March 6, 2006, I did not make a good profit consistently. I was working 1 or 2 part-time jobs, and at that point, I was basically an acupuncturist on the side. So for those of you who are struggling financially, I'm talking to you. And also for those of you who are already seeing, patients. Some of you want to go 5 to 10 patients a week. Some of you want to go 10 to 30 patients a week. Some of you want to go 30 to 50 or more patients a week. Some of you want to take it from 50 to 100 or more patients a week. If you're seeing 80 plus patients a week, you're already doing something right. But the most important thing is, what can you physically and emotionally handle? And if you can physically and emotionally handle 10 patients a week, that's good. And if that's the goal, we'll take you to 10 patients a week. So far, in all these consultations that I've done since April 5, everyone's at different places. Some of them, I mentioned that I have 24 black belts. Some of them haven't even opened practice yet, which is good because they're a clean slate. They're going to do exactly what I tell them to do. And then there are people, it's like learning tennis, where they've taught themselves how to play tennis, but their form is so bad, they have to redo things. Just think of any sport. You taught yourself how to play golf, but you didn't teach yourself how to play golf like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods' coach did not coach you, so you're not going to play like Tiger Woods unless you're a scratch golfer. But for the most part, unless you've been thoroughly trained the right way, you're not going to be doing things correctly. It has taken other people to prime me. It's taken other people, and I'm not talking about just acupuncture. I'm talking about business. Other people have taught me how to behave in practice, how to behave online, and I'm not perfect at all. I am not perfect, but I am a work in progress, but I know enough. I know enough on how to get people to do what I do. There's a reason why I have 228 Yelps plus. There's a reason why I have more testimonials on my website. And this is what I'm teaching people how to do. So again, if you go to successfulacupuncturist.com, if you go to elementsinharmony.net, you'll see my work and how I'm promoting my elite black belts. So let's go back to this testimonial really fast. She says she's seen consistently busier weeks with more patients, but more importantly, with more energy and drive. If you go to elementsinharmony.net/elite-Emily, this person has a PhD in biochemistry. She's a doctor of Chinese medicine, and she is also a clinical hypnotherapist. This person, when she, Dr. Wang, she made it clear to me, look, I don't need to be busier. I'm really busy in practice, but I need more energy. And her testimonial on our websites, which I'm going to be featuring these on successfulacupuncturist.com, she said she has more energy. And what did this person say? The one in San Diego, she said not only is she busier with more patients and that she's making more money, but she's doing it with more energy and drive. She's having more energy and drive, and that's the deal. If you're an acupuncturist, you understand energy, and it's very hard to build a huge practice if you don't have the energy. You have to have stamina as a business owner. I find that I have more focus on what needs to get done and see results. So basically, she's prioritizing her time well. This is a mother of 2. She is prioritizing her mind. She's prioritizing her mind, basically. She's prioritizing what needs to get done. We all have the same amount of time. Look, Warren Buffett has 24 hours a day. Jeff Bezos has 24 hours a day. Jack Ma has 24 hours a day. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or wherever you are in the world, whatever political thing you have, all those people who are running your countries have 24 hours a day. Every celebrity that you edify on television, that you just absolutely love, they have 24 hours in a day. The top performers on this planet have 24 hours a day. So how do you maximize your time? I am 45 years old with a 15, 8, and 1-year-old. Those are three separate different types of conversations. And I'm married. And I have a practice. And on the side, I do jujitsu, and I'm here at Renaissance where I work out because this is the time that I can, I have just a little bit of time that I have away from my kids. So I want to maximize my time, and I want to maximize what I can do for my practice that I love very much, elementsinharmony.net, which is basically Elements in Harmony, Acupuncture and Chinese Herbs in Laguna Hills in Southern California in Orange County. And also my new love, which is the business acumen of successful acupuncturists. So how you decide to prioritize your time, which is what she's saying. I find I have more focus on what needs to get done and see results. So these are people who aren't just moving around, moving things from here to there, moving things from here to there. They're actually being productive. And I'm teaching people how to be productive, which has not yet been brought up in this video, which is now 25 minutes. We haven't talked about accountability. When you're my elite student, we hold each other accountable. I volunteer my information to my students. I tell them my numbers. I tell them how many patients I'm seeing. I tell them what I'm doing emotionally, what I'm doing in my practice, how I'm feeling emotionally, so they understand the power of recognition, the power of being energetic, the power of holding each other accountable, so that I'm leading from the front. Who do you know is a business acupuncture, an acupuncture business coach, and edifying their students on their own website? So far, I don't know of any. I know there are acupuncture coaches out there, which I'm grateful there are, but there's a Linus on this book for a reason, because they are very intense. And if you study them, between lionesses and lions, their brains, not the lions, their brains are capable of planning and executing. Well, because also their cubs are involved, planning, deceiving, and executing. But I want to make sure as your business coach, we make clear, concise goals so that you can achieve them. And part of it is having focus and energy, because you can't be tired and be in practice. If I'm your patient and I go to you and my energy on a scale 1 to 10 is a 12, and I go to you and I'm going to you for healing for my shoulder or something, and you're like, I'm tired, and you look tired, then that's going to make your patients wonder, why should they go to you? Why should they get acupuncture, and why should they get acupuncture from you? Something I teach in live training. By the way, my video, The How, that you can find on successfulacupuncturist.com, not the same training as in live training. My live training, which is 4 hours, again, I can teach. I think the 4 days straight can easily be 1 week straight at this point, because the different platforms that I have in my training. The 4 hours that I teach people in live training with the Academy of Acupuncture is not the How video. So if you buy the How video and you think, oh, I don't need to take her live training, nope, you're wrong, because the live training, I go into whole different, that's another platform of training. This book is another platform of training. I'll share with you my platforms also on my business. The Business Acumen WhatsApp forum is different training than my Elite forum. That's a different training. There's so many dimensions in teaching the business acumen of successful acupuncturists. If you want to get to where I'm at, if you want to get to where Eileen's at, you've got to have different layers in the business world, in the Chinese medicine industry. She breaks down comparing my May 2018 and May 2019. My students know the score. I've had 125% increase in income. She took the time to see, how did I do in May, and how did I do in May 2018 and May 2019. When did you do that? The reason why my students are doing this is because they notice in my videos as an acupuncturist, I say a few things. One of the things is I clearly state results. For example, I'll just give a quick synopsis. My 87th video for acupuncture, I state that the person came in, I want to say 42 times, and she got, this is a herniated disc video. I state how she was suffering, and after her 40-second treatment from November 30 until I believe May 13, and until she moved back to Australia, this woman woke up with 85% consistently every morning, 85% improvement, without having to ride on her bike to feel better, without having to stretch, without having to do all these activities physically just to feel okay. She woke up with 85% improvement. During the day, 95% consistent improvement, 100% improvement at night. Those are consistent. Those are tangible results. So how do you think I'm teaching my students? I'm teaching my students exactly how to be specific. She said, comparing May 2018 and May 2019, I've had a 125% increase in income. That is a specific number. Not, I did better. You see the difference? It's more empowering to say, I had a 125% increase in income. I'm positive that June will be even better. She has more confidence. Considering I only had 5 clinic days after our consultation, I highly recommend her to all balanced method acupuncturists. She is living the legacy of Dr. Tan. It is 2:03. I have to pick up my child at 2:09. I have 4 hours of childcare here at Renaissance, and that's how I'm able to be an effective mom. Is some things just, some things are important to me. This video is extremely important to me, and I look forward to sharing. There's one that, oh, it was really good, but I'll share that on my video. I don't want to spend this time here, but oh, really fast. I have just a couple more minutes. I was going to share something else, but I will share this. I have several platforms, and those platforms are basically, just to give you an idea, I have my Business Acumen platform. I have my Elite Balance Method, Elite Business Acumen platform. I have my, we have different books that I recommend to my students to watch, to read. We have our Law of 16 Lessons platform. We have our private virtual classroom platform for those who buy my video. We have my private book forum platform, forum for those of you who buy my book. We have the Dream Big book for those who have dream boards and dream books. We have Ask and It Is Given book forum, Magic of Believing book forum, Ho'oponopono forum for those of you who practice Ho'oponopono. These other forums, by the way, are only available to elites. Relentless book forum, the Power of Broke forum, the Magic of Thinking Big forum, and I believe that's it. So I'm working with my students on a variety of platforms so that they really get the business acumen of successful acupuncturists. So anyways, this is 2:05 now. I've got to run, but I appreciate you watching this 33-minute video. Please do go visit successfulacupuncturist.com. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you out, and I'm with you every step of the way. Ever since I took over started teaching this class April 5, actually a week before, I started communicating with my students, and I communicate every day, and I'm listening to their needs, and I'm providing the services and hopefully the information with integrity for them to really maximize our training together so that they can maximize their practices to capacity. Again, my name is Anna DeLopo. I've been in practice since 1999. I've been a balanced method acupuncturist since 2006. I'm a gold level certified balanced method acupuncturist by Dr. Richard Tan. I'm a devout student of Dr. Eileen Hahn, with presenter with the Academy of Acupuncture. I'm also a BOTSA graduate with Dr. Richard Tan, and It's a pleasure to be here in Laguna Hills in Orange County, Southern California, and I'm grateful that I can touch all of you all around the world at almost any time of the day through WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Tumblr, all these different platforms so that we can get you where you want to be. All right, take care. Thanks.